Good afternoon. Welcome back to what we're going to call this now Sports Schmorts and All. Our first name podcast used to be TBD, to be determined.
How many episodes have we done already?
This is episode 3.
I thought this is 4.
This would be 4 because we had the pilot, but I didn't want to upload the pilot, honestly.
Why?
I don't know. But now that I'm getting more comfortable, especially after the pilot, I was like, let's do it.
What's the difference?
I don't know.
I think they all suck.
Yeah,
Who knows? But this one's the first one with the actual name.
Maybe a lost episode.
Yeah, the lost tapes. Maybe in like 50 years I'll upload it.
Well, good luck living 50 more years, so
I can make it.
Yeah, so
coronavirus is gonna kill you.
That's
I can-
Delta.
We're living in Albuquerque.
No.
Well, look at 78 homicides in Albuquerque this year, and our record is 80.
Holy
And we still have like 5 months.
Yeah, let's break the record.
Yeah, let's go right now.
Like,
We need to do it.
yeah, can I be the record setter?
It's out of here.
That'd be pretty cool. Could be number 81.
All right, record breaker.
Then I won't just be another stat. I'll be the record breaker.
Until someone who breaks your record.
Yeah, until you get broken, then you're still a stat. Probably broken next year too.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
Alright,
Anyways,
yeah.
so NBA free agency was started today. When did it start? Yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
I forgot what day it was. Anyways, it started yesterday, so we have a lot to talk about with a lot of moves, players on the move getting extended, new contracts, leaving teams and whatnot. The biggest one was Russell Westbrook. Who was it? What traded
That
last
wasn't
week?
not the biggest one, Alex.
Well, but
Caruso.
that was like the one that set off.
Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo Ball,
D'Angelo Ball.
That's the biggest one right there.
D'Angelo.
No, but yeah, I guess Russell Westbrook is the one that started off, right?
Yeah, he was like the first one to be on the move.
Well, yeah, it was like another rumor or the fuck.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that was like the whole reason I wanted to talk about this. Just I thought that's pretty cool. Well, there was rumors about him going to LA for like ever since he was in OKC, no?
But wasn't that the thing that he wasn't go with? Because I'm reading reports now, he wasn't go with Kawhi to the Clippers. But
Yeah,
like,
they made it seem like it was like this drama thing
Yeah.
where he was like, "Hey, Big Y, let's play together with the Clippers," and then Kawhi called Paul George while he was in OKC and was like, "I'd rather play with you instead." And I'm like, I don't think that's how it happened. But
that's what I
if
hear.
you
Wait,
guys-
who said this? Where did you guys hear this shit?
Fuck, I forgot where
I was
read it
listening
from.
to the. I was
Rachel
watching
Nichols
the.
or-
Yeah, basically. Who was it? I think it was Kendrick Perkins.
That guy sucks.
He
Did you
really
see
does.
his fucked up on draft night?
No.
What's the guy's name? Moses Moody?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, Modi, he fucked it up like 7 times. Like, Modi, moves it, Modi.
Hey,
Modi
man,
moves it. And
sometimes
I
you
was
get
like,
nervous
holy
on my
shit.
TV.
I don't know, man. Sometimes these names are pretty weird.
Unreliable, Kendrick Perkins.
No, but I guess that's like what the reports are saying. Because I guess he just called Paul George first, and that's how he got the move. I don't know.
Well, I heard that he called Paul George. To
Wait, who called
ask
Paul
him.
George?
Kawhi.
Kawhi called Paul
I
George?
heard that even before the shit that I was reading, like this week, that he like was like he told him, "I want to play with you. Come to LA." And you're like, all right, cool. But this one makes it seem like Westbrook kicked Kawhi up. Kawhi said, "Nah, I'll play with your teammate Paul George though." And I
That's
was
pretty
like,
fucked
hey,
up.
fuck.
Do you believe that drama? is that
Like,
is that
no, not at
No,
all.
well,
is
I'm
that
like,
fake
care.
news?
nah, fake
Richard
news.
just generating stories at this point.
That's pretty fucked.
I mean, I do believe that Russell Westbrook probably wanted to go to LA, and with Kawhi, but I don't think this whole what they said happened.
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, ever since he was in OKC, because isn't he from like Los Angeles?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was
Think
like he was always linked to. I always thought he was linked to like the Lakers though, because that's like the team. You mean like the fucking Clippers? Are you kidding me? I'm from
Hey man, they
LA.
made it to the Western Conference Finals.
Okay, I don't give a shit, dude. I don't give a fuck if they win the championship, dude. If they win the finals.
Yeah, I went 18.
Well, not even that. Just it's like the Clippers. You mean? I feel like if you're from LA, it's like it's Lakers or bust. That's how I would feel. I don't know.
And they'll always be like the second team to LA.
Yeah, 100%. It's like the
Probably even
Jets.
the third team.
It's like the Jets and the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
What if they're the third team?
It's like the Mets
you're a
and
Lakers
the-
fan, and then before you like the Clippers, you like the Dodgers more.
you think, oh yeah, like is that
They're not even like
sports teams?
yeah.
What are the Rams? I feel like the Rams have been welcomed though, no?
Yeah.
Always like that thing where it's like the Like, oh, LA can't have a fucking football team. They don't support them. And I was like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like they have.
They've been supporting them. I just don't know how they're gonna support them if they start losing. Because at the very least, since they moved, they've been pretty good.
Okay, I mean, yeah, when they first got
They
there,
went
they
to
were
the
good.
Super Bowl once, lost,
Trash.
trash.
Do you think they'll turn
2
on it?
points.
So if they're not good, they're not gonna. No one's gonna show up to games.
I'm just curious because I haven't seen it yet.
I don't know, man, but like that stadium and shit like that, I feel like
Well, I
that
think
place
people
would get
go
packed.
to games just because it's a thing
I
to
guess
do,
it's-
and it's a good stadium. It's like
Mhm.
fun. I don't give a fuck if they lose. I mean, they will, but like maybe real fans will go, and then on the fence fans will be like, whatever, I don't give a fuck, I'm not gonna go. And it's just gonna be other people that just go to games. Just to
Might
have
as well.
fun.
It's like I'm just going to fucking Isotopes games. I don't
For
know
real,
why the
what
fuck.
the
Hey man,
Something to do.
but at least here in Albuquerque, there's like nothing to do. That's the only thing to do.
Shit,
It's in
I
LA.
guess.
You have I mean, you have the Dodgers for crying out loud. Go to a Dodgers game.
No,
They're
I'd
winning.
rather go to a Rams,
I
even
would
if they
too.
go 0-16. I'm not gonna go watch the fucking baseball. Dodgers.
Then go watch the Lakers then.
I will. And I'll watch the
No.
Rams también. But I won't even see the Dodgers. Maybe if it's in October, I'll see them.
Nah, not even then. I'll watch it on TV. While I'll watch it on my phone.
While I'm at the
While I'm at the Rams.
Rams game. Yeah.
Not even watching, just keeping the score.
I mean, yeah, I can't even watch it because they won't be playing unless it's a Sunday night game. But I don't think the World Series will be on a Sunday night anyway.
I think so.
So it'd be like, I will record it and have it on my phone, and then I'll watch it while at the Rams
Just
game
like
on a
I'll
Sunday
print
night.
out the stat line and take it to the game.
Have someone keep the scorebook and you just read the scorebook
Yeah,
right at
really.
the game. Like, yes, he hit a triple.
See, that goes into the whole fucking baseball's doo-doo.
I just don't understand why they don't just stream games or have it more open for everyone.
Baseball?
Yeah.
Because baseball.
I don't know. I mean,
is old.
there should be things like that, especially with like basketball too. Do you mean?
Mhm.
Like, I always want to see basketball games, but they don't fucking. It's always on TNT or TBS or where the fuck, right? And then it's like it's hard to watch. It's just not accessible. Do you mean
Mhm.
like the NFL is? I mean, if you have like if your team is like the fucking, if you live like on the West Coast and your team was like Philadelphia and shit like that, it's kind of rough. But I feel like if you're usually like in your area, right? Like so, like the Broncos games are always aired. There's like a few times where it might not be, and it's very rarely. But like you always get to see like your team. But like with baseball, I feel like that's not the case. I mean, same thing with like basketball too.
I don't know. I mean, I want to watch more basketball games. Well, now I do.
No, that is not.
Not the
Now
fucking
that
pandemic.
the league is not shit anymore,
That's because you had 10 more games now?
I don't give a fuck. It's just that fucking, Durant left, and then, like, that fucking was, like, bullshit. Everyone knew what the fuck was gonna happen, and then that shit did happen. The Warriors just won. And I was like, this is dumb. Who cares? Oklahoma, they fucking sucked ass. So I was like, it's hard to just, like, care when your team sucks ass and you already know who's gonna win. So it's
Mhm.
like, if my team just sucked ass but you didn't really know who would win, I would still watch. But I knew who was gonna win, and Oklahoma City sucks. So I'm like, why am I gonna watch these games? Trash. But now I'll take a little more interest
You
in
think
it.
it's more
Watch.
competitive now? Like, you don't think the Lakers is going to win it?
I mean, you never know. Fucking
look at the what
Anthony
they added.
Davis, he's made of glass. He's fucking gets hurt every season. Well, why did they lose this year?
Injury.
Injuries. So it's like, what the fuck?
They'll win every other year then. That'll be the. I mean, like.
Let me see. Where's
Well, it's like they added
they have
Westbrook.
Carmelo.
and Melo.
Dwight Howard's back. Fucking might be like the MVP, the same way that chick for the Suns was the MVP. You know what I'm saying?
Saying Carmelo's gonna suck all their dicks or what?
Dwight Howard, dumbass.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Carmelo. Wait, how is
Wants to.
Dwight Howard's gonna suck all their dicks?
Yeah.
What?
You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
And he's
Yeah.
blushing. He's like, I can't.
I can't believe we're talking about.
I can't share this with my mom.
Like, well, there's no lost tape. This will release in 50 years.
What do you
Another
think?
one.
Dwight Howard's listening? Stop listening, Dwight.
Yeah, go look at your fucking game.
This is open for everyone except for Dwight
So okay,
Howard.
so are the Lakers the favorites? I think they are. No.
I mean, I think they would have been the favorites, if not like one of the favorites anyway. But it's like Carmelo Anthony. Does that? Who cares?
I really, yeah, I don't know.
Dwight Howard. Don't care. Trevor Ariza. Don't care. Malik Monk. Maybe. Wayne Ellington. Sure, that's pretty good. Have another fucking shooter. 3-point shooter. Kent Bazemore. Sure, that's okay. Have a good backup, I guess. Kendrick Nunn, that's not bad. Horton Tucker, I mean, they returned him on a 3-year deal, but it's like, I mean, I've seen highlights of him, and everyone's like, man, this guy's really good. But I'm like, well, if he was so good, how come he fucking comes off the bench and plays like 10
I'm just saying,
minutes?
you can't just go based off highlights, because if you watch the highlights of Miles Bridges, that guy's averaging 30 points a game. But when you look at his stats, he averages like 10.
Highlights, he averages 30?
Yeah, because there's so many highlights of him he just posters everyone, and he gets these ridiculous shots. And it's like, damn, this guy's doing this all game. But you look into it, it's like, oh, that's all he did.
Yeah,
just those 3 plays.
That's all you need. It's all about building your brand.
That's all the NBA is for. Just brand.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, this free agency has been pretty good. The only thing is, like, I don't know if this really shifts anything. Maybe Miami.
Miami is gonna be better, right?
Like,
Miami.
Like they'll fucking who comes out of who? I mean, fuck. Does he still go through Milwaukee?
No, it goes through Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Did he go through Brooklyn?
They keep Blake Griffin. They bring in Patty Mills.
Patty Mills is a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good sign right there.
And they still keep their big 3, right? No one's left.
Unfortunately. Where was I looking for? The Heat? Oh, this is going by fucking the city.
No,
Kyle
yeah.
Lowry, Dookie. Butler, Dookie. Duncan Robinson, 5-year extension, $90 million, Dookie. PJ Tucker.
Oh my god, PJ Tucker.
So fucking trash. What is this? Markieff Morris? No.
Who the heck is Dwayne Dedman?
You know,
Dwayne.
Dedman?
Dwayne. You don't know Dwayne?
Dwayne Dedman. He's a 7-footer.
Ah,
You
I've
know?
never heard of him.
He's a center from Lancaster, California.
Good job.
Played at USC. I'm an
so
expert.
much about Dwayne.
I'm proud of him. You know? It's USC. Good job, Dwayne.
Bruh. I mean, this is fucking... Hey, Bobby Portis is actually going back to the Bucks.
Oh, really?
Nice. I thought he was going to go somewhere else, get money.
Think he could run it back?
No, because Brooklyn is
Because
there.
Brooklyn, that's it. That's the reason.
Yeah, but I'm looking at this free agency and I was like, I don't know how many.
It's like
Is it like a lot of
better
movement?
team.
Yeah.
The good teams just stayed good.
I feel like it's like that's what I'm saying. Like I bring up Miami, like that's probably like the one that can probably get like elevated.
That's a good
to me.
one. Sean Gilgeous-Alexander.
Cigar.
Yeah, Ska. Mike Muscala?
But I guess you don't know really until like the season starts, dude.
Mhm.
That's when. I mean, obviously, right? You see like how the fucking the chips fall or whatever the fuck.
The shit falls.
The shit falls.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel like there wasn't. Like you said, like the good teams stay good, if not even get better with like Westbrook and stuff.
But
like
you look
that.
at these bad teams, they really didn't do much. Like all the Cavaliers did was sign Jared Allen. Okay, so
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah, if you look,
they extended Shai Gilgeous,
If
and
you
then
look
they
at this list.
signed Muscala. The Orlando Magic just signed Robin Lopez. Like they
Yeah,
weren't really
that's true.
active. I guess what they're just building to the draft.
yeah, but I feel like that's kind of like the NBA is, anyways. Do you mean?
Unless you're the Thunder, who just doesn't draft and just stockpiles picks.
because they're waiting.
They're waiting for
time.
what?
They're just waiting and the wait. But yeah, no, I feel like the NBA is like that. Do you mean like a team will draft some good players and then like the people will just like flock there? I mean, Dwayne Wade like in Miami was there, and then I guess Chris Bosh and LeBron went there.
This is like one of the things that I saw was like the Lakers' potential starting lineup: Westbrook, Horton Tucker, LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Marc Gasol, and I'm like, that's not.
He's still there?
I guess.
I
didn't fucking know he was. I was like, what the fuck, bro?
Gasol?
Kenny. I don't know. I mean, they're just gonna be good anyway. If you have LeBron, it doesn't matter. But it's Westbrook, Horton Tucker, LeBron, Anthony Davis, Marc Gasol. So I'm like, yeah, it's not bad.
Not Dennis Schroeder?
Dennis Schroeder, I thought he was a free agent still.
He should be, right?
I think so.
That's from July.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Not fucking deep, damn it. Man, he's still unrestricted. Hasn't agreed to anything yet.
Where does he go?
I don't know.
Who would pay for him? Honestly, he kind of tanked himself in the playoffs.
I should have pretended.
He goes back to OKC.
Bruh. Yeah, what the fuck are we doing? What's OKC doing right now?
You extend Shai Gilgeous. That's good. It's a great player. He's young. You have so many draft picks from trading away everyone. Now what?
Then you just wait.
Wait for what?
For the fucking generational talent.
I'm not waiting for no generational talent. Trade those picks for Damian Lillard right now.
Did you have Shai Gilgeous?
Yeah, you have Damian
That's
Lillard
all you need.
And nobody else. You mean like?
Yep.
I feel that's what like most teams do anyways, and then they just end up being shit for like years to come.
I mean, it's worked for the Bucks.
And how? In what sense? They drafted Giannis.
And Chris Middleton got there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Middleton was in Orlando.
So what you're saying? No, so you're agreeing with me then?
The only thing I'm saying it's a proven method. It works.
Did you
it's
wait?
Just you have to wait. But how long do you have to wait?
Long
There's
enough.
no guarantee when you get that generational talent. Or so why don't you just build like a strong fundamental team that's just good. Instead of like putting all your chips on one player, why don't you just invest in like 5 really good players?
You mean like how Toronto was like a couple years ago?
Basically, yeah.
Well, I mean they had Kawhi, but where are they now?
They had Danny Green.
Where are they now?
Well, they discovered Fred Van Fleet.
Van Fleet.
Van Fleet.
Shit. Maybe I don't know. Fucking just wait.
Also, who knows if that team would have they could have won. LeBron was gone. So even if they had Kawhi, or if they didn't have Kawhi, probably could have won the chip.
If they didn't have Kawhi?
Yeah.
No, that's cap.
Who knows?
No way.
Who knows?
I don't know, but
LeBron was gone. That was their year. You just got some insurance with Danny Green. I feel bad for Danny Green. He was just traded to Toronto for no reason.
For no reason.
It was a balance, what, cap or the cost of it. But it's like they trade for Kawhi and then they're like, yeah, we'll throw in Danny Green too. I don't really want Danny Green, but sure.
I'm gonna live up north from now on.
Alright, see.
Cody
Portland's
Zeller
making those fucking moves. Signing my boy Tony Snell.
Cody Zeller.
What about him? Tony Snell's a real fucking pull. Yeah, I don't think we can get Damian Lillard now that they signed Tony Snell.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Lillard's gonna be like, that's all we need.
That's it. We're gonna win.
My boy Doug McBuckets to the Spurs. Man, Sam Decker, who cares?
Returns to NBA.
Returns to NBA, wow. Who wrote this? Who put Sam Decker on blast? Sam Decker returns to NBA with Raptors. Why can't they just say he went to the Raptors?
Also, why did they give Mike Conley the All-Star designation?
All-Star Mike Conley returns.
And no one else.
Who else is a All-Star on this list?
I'm gonna go Control F.
Yeah. Oh, they re-signed Derrick Rose?
Oh. I don't know if it has a thing in it. Nope. Mike Conley's the only All-Star on this list, apparently.
It's so weird they designated him as the only All-Star.
This is written by Mike Conley.
Yeah.
Mike Conley's
Mike Conley's working for the NBA, writing these articles. See, Memphis hasn't signed anyone.
Nope. Neither has the Timberwolves. I don't think anyone wants to play for Minnesota right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think they just
have
have
to. You can get someone. Also, you're not extending anyone either. Not trading anyone away.
I don't even know
if these teams are bad
roster.
to where no one wants to go there, then you probably want to rebuild. So wouldn't you try to trade away and do what the Thunder did and just stockpile picks?
I mean, I have no idea. I mean, Minnesota probably doesn't have anything to really do. So I guess they'll just be bad. But they do have Anthony Edwards. So maybe they'll fucking drive him away.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they talking like that with like Zion? Or like, this might be like the first time someone hasn't signed a rookie extension, or rookie max extension.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like once that time comes, Zion might be like, fuck you guys.
He's going to New York.
Like, you guys ain't do shit for me. Like, he wanted Lonzo there still. And then
he got rid of him.
They didn't match the offer. So it's like, what the fuck?
Just somewhere Anthony Davis is like, yep, gotta get out when you still can. And Drew Holiday's like, yeah, I want a chip because I got out.
Yeah,
like both of them.
New Orleans is the Green Bay of the fucking NBA. Do you think he'd go to the Knicks? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Is that where he wants to go?
That's where he's from.
And you'd rather be a Knicks fan than a Nets fan?
I'm looking at some things right now. Bulls big three.
What? Who's their big three?
Vucevic, Levine, DeRozan. That's terrible.
Oh, Caruso.
Heat big three. Lowry, Butler, Adebayo. Awful.
The sounds of
And
that.
then the Nets big three and the Bucks big three. That's what I'm saying. Like the Nets big three with Harden, Durant, and Irving, and you guys are gonna fucking. God damn it.
It's the sounds of Albuquerque. Also, on this trying to cross Cole to get over here, it took me 10 minutes because there's an ambulance like half a block down that cut off the one lane, so the other lane was only one lane in traffic, and by the time it cleared up, this light over here turned green, and then for all the cars to get straight, and I was like, God damn,
this intersection sucks.
You should just park right there and then walk.
Well, at least like with the move, there won't be noises like this. You mean
Mm-hmm.
won't be next to a busy fucking.
I don't know. You guys do move next to a Burger King, and they got robbed one time.
True
My
that.
brother was there.
It wasn't that one, was it?
Yeah, that's what he said.
No, it was the one by Kmart.
I thought it was that one over here.
I
Could have sworn it was that
what
one.
it was.
Okay, anyway.
But this is very interesting to listen to.
I don't know. Anything else on free agency?
No, just leave it like the good teams stay great, or the great teams stay great. Bad teams stay bad.
I'm looking at trade scenarios for Ben Simmons according to
I forgot he's still
ESPN Plus. Sacramento sends Buddy Hield, Tyrese Halliburton, Marvin Bagley, and a first-round pick.
For what?
For Ben Simmons, that's it.
Why?
Do it. I dare you. No balls.
You're even worse.
Portland fucking sends Damian Lillard. And the Blazers get Ben Simmons, Tyrese Maxey, I don't know who that is, and 2 first-round picks. Sounds terrible to me. I can offer
all these
way
trades
more.
don't make sense.
I'll give you Mike Muscala.
These are all like click
Because I mean,
baits. I mean,
Sacramento giving up everything for Ben Simmons. Why? You're trash now, and you get rid of everything. You're still trash.
No, I mean that doesn't make sense. I mean, like whoever wrote that doesn't. I don't believe they actually believe that.
Mm-hmm.
That
makes no sense.
They write that shit just.
They just write it like what comes to mind. This person for that.
That's so
person.
really piss on dry soft.
Via NBA Insiders.
You know, chaps my cheeks.
What is it?
NBA Insiders.
Yeah.
It chaps my cheeks.
That's fucking. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's actually pretty interesting. I don't know where he would actually go. I never have a good track record with like predicting free agents. Anyways, against someone is like, and that's like super obvious, but we'll see where he goes.
Where does he fit in though?
The Clippers.
Nowhere. You can't shoot.
Well, I'm something like you can't trade Damian Lillard for Ben Simmons because he won't fit on that team without Damian Lillard. Give him space.
Well, you can trade
It's the same thing with LeBron.
C.J. McCollum and Nazir Little and a protected first-round pick, and you'll have Ben Simmons and Damian Lillard in Portland.
That might work. Who knows?
I doubt it. Because who else is Portland?
The thing is, it's not more that he can't shoot. It's just that he won't shoot in close games.
Saying he's pussy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just shoot the ball, damn it.
I agree. Get good.
Yeah, just get good.
Just get better. What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's pretty easy.
He's made no strides to. Oh, this guy over here. He made no strides to improve his shot.
I mean, you don't have to. You probably like looked at Shaq and was like, he made it through his whole career being dog shit.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Shaq was also 7 feet, 400 pounds,
400
and
pounds.
could fucking move.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was listening to. But they were like, Shaq's criticism of players is like, be like me. And then he also says, no one could ever be me. So I'm like,
be
what
like
the-
me.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, all you gotta do is play like the way I did. Why you gotta be out there shooting threes? Just be me. But then says, no one can do what I do. No one can ever be me. And I'm like, well, that's really good analysis. Good
It's from the
advice,
best.
Shaq.
The brightest minds of the NBA right there.
True. That's why he's on TNT. One of the best NBA shows, apparently.
It's not a lot, but yeah. I would agree. Alright. Anything else?
Next.
Next. Well, I mean, 30 minutes on that one topic, yeah. It's time to move on. I guess we can catch up on what we missed last week. Well, we finished off last week with talking about the World Games and Simone Biles, right?
Literally Olympics. So.
Yeah. These World
When you
Games.
say that, it makes it sound like what, you're trying to be like politically correct or what?
No, I think it's just fun to say World Games.
I think it makes you sound stupid if I'm being honest.
And then, good. I'm glad.
See? Chavarang said, you're dumb.
That's it. Okay, well, last week, Simone Biles, bowed out.
She quit.
She bowed out, she took some time
Good
off.
on her country.
She quit.
She went
on
cross
America.
country, found herself. She came back and wins bronze. What event was it?
Fuck if I know.
Don't
dude.
know.
What was
It was the
beam?
balance beam,
Balance
I think.
I like how everyone pretends to know fucking gymnastics when the
I
ones
don't
come
know
around.
shit.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Which is another thing. This is what we'll get into later. Like, why is this a sport? I mean, I know why it's a sport, but who cares? I'll consider it is a sport, but at the same time, like, whatever. It's a cool sport. What am I looking at? Women's balance beam. She took bronze. She said she did this for herself.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, I guess. That's cool. You know, you just do it to feel better? Mental health thing?
Gain confidence?
Oh, like why she came back? Yeah, I mean, like after like all the criticism and everything like that, she came back and she's like, okay, well, let me.
And then we just at 50% get bronze.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's something, right?
That she said she was at 50%.
I don't know.
Why'd you say that?
I don't know if she was back to 100% full strength, full effort. I don't think the week gone is like enough for her to mentally come back. That was the issue, right?
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like getting a dub. You mean just like getting a small win? That way you kind of like get in.
Well, it's like shooting 0 for 20, and as soon as you make that one shot, you're on fire.
Well, yeah.
Shoot or shoot.
Like
gain the confidence.
Sports psychology, or the fuck, right? You you feel better after that. So I guess that's why she took this. I just don't understand why this is like a story after that. I mean, I guess it is since she was in the news last week.
Make up your mind, dang it.
I mean, I have nothing to say on this.
Yeah,
she's
I mean,
back.
Good for her. She's back. I mean, she wasn't really the performer.
I didn't think she needed to come back, but she needed it for herself, and then all for it.
I mean, she said part of it, she wasn't there physically. She had the twisties. And then, I'm just reading this thing right now that her aunt on her father's side unexpectedly passed. So she just was like, I guess I just gotta go do this for me and get confidence back. And I'm like, alright, cool. So, I mean, good for her. I don't know. It was kind of weird to just not really even talk about it. But we talked about it last week. And it's like, cool. She's back.
She's back. She won
She's
bronze.
back, but Andres wants her to win gold, so not good enough.
Yeah, so take more time off.
True that.
It's like come back 100%. I mean, she's already established herself as a GOAT, so even if she doesn't come back, that's already a career there as the GOAT.
Maybe she can be like Shaq.
Oh, yeah.
People should just do what I do, but also people can't do what I do, so.
Shaq, greatest man in basketball. But still speaking about the Olympics, this topic we didn't get to last week. What makes a sport a sport?
Ah, shit.
Why is poker a sport?
It's not.
Yeah, there you go. Andres answered.
Why is it on ESPN?
Fucking fine.
Oh, no.
I hate when that happens because I'm watching ESPN and it's like, alright, now I'm tuning into the World Series of Poker. Like, who cares? Also, I don't know what they're doing. How do you get good at poker? Doesn't the house always win?
I mean, yeah, but maybe some individuals win more.
So is it like who can hold their poker face longer?
Yeah.
Is that what the competition boils down to?
I don't know why it's on ESPN. They have some stupid shit. Like when the Ocho is on there, they have like...
Yeah, but the Ocho is actually cool.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the Ocho was just meant to not be taken seriously. It's like almost like a parody almost.
You know what I like to watch? And I always see this when I go to like the liquor store. On that Quarters liquor store or the fuck. They always have like the log, like the lumberjack Olympics or what the fuck. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where they like...
You pretend to be a lumberjack?
No. You haven't seen this shit?
No, I haven't.
It's like you fucking... They like chop a tree. Or it's like a log. And then they like put like a fucking board where they chopped it. They stand on that. Chop some more of it. And then stand on that board. You know what the fuck I'm talking about?
No,
Have you ever seen this? And there's like, they have like chainsaw competitions with it too.
Do you know what you're talking about?
Yeah, I know it, but I'm like, I don't know why. What the fuck's the point? I'm like, well, what's the goal of them getting to the top? What's up there?
Oh, I don't know. They fucking get up there and I think they chop it down or some bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, whatever.
Actually, you know what? I think that is a sport because I feel like that takes like a lot of energy.
Does it take skill?
Yeah, I would say so. Because like I can't just fucking chop a piece of lumber like that.
Bitch.
Go to the liquor store. You'll be able to see that.
That's weird.
It's always on there. It's so funny. Every time I go, it's like it's on.
Well, I don't know how often you go.
No, I mean not that often, but like every time I go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it's coincidence or not. I don't know. Well, a sport I fucking think it has to be like a physical exertion to a certain extent, right? I mean, to me, I feel like you just kind of just know what I mean.
So, like, physical exertion is what, chess?
No, it's not. No.
Is cheerleading a sport?
Yes. dancing. Barely.
I mean, people work out for it. They like go to the gym and fucking get better and work on their body to play golf, and then they swing the fucking club. And you gotta walk.
Just speed walking?
Barely.
Yeah. But it is.
Fencing?
Yes.
Barely.
Horseback riding.
I'm gonna say no on that one. I feel like that's more like a hobby or like a skill, because the horse is doing all the fucking work. I guess you have to stay on it or
Yeah, stay on and balance.
And then
Maybe. I don't know. I've never done it. So I don't know how physically exerting it is. Huh.
there's some good ones we had the other night. We were like going through them. Well, that's the thing, because we were talking to Jeffrey, and he's like, "Oh, what?" I was like, "Yeah, well, I mean, anything with skill could be a sport." And I was like, "No, fuck you think?" Oh, what do you say, cup stacking?
Oh yeah, cup
Stacking.
stacking.
And I said, "No."
A hobby.
Yeah, I mean, that's like more like a hobby. Like you say, like flying a kite. A flying kite can be like you can exert yourself. It's not a sport. You mean?
Take some skill, because I can't do it.
Just yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's like skill, and then you're like, and you could exert yourself, but I don't think it's a
Would
sport.
cooking be a sport?
That's another thing too that we brought up. Yeah, because like you can, like if you're in a kitchen, if you're like a fucking Gordon Ramsay motherfucker, and you're running around in the kitchen and shit like that, like you're physically exerting yourself, and it definitely does take skill. But I'm gonna say no with that, because that's more like a. I mean, I guess it depends on the level of too, like of cooking and shit.
What about extreme cooking?
Yeah.
Just add extreme to
Yeah,
anything
they're like
when it
riding
comes
like
to
a
sport.
skateboard down the like in the kitchen or
They're
something.
gonna unicycle the entire time.
Yeah, then maybe. Then probably. Fishing too. That was a good one you brought up.
Yeah, that's a sport.
That's a sport.
Depending on what type of fishing.
Yeah,
I mean,
if
if
you're
you
just
just go
sitting
to
on
a
the boat.
fucking boat and you're catching like a fucking one little 6-inch fish, big deal.
If
Unless
you're,
you're
like,
a little
out-
kid, but then if you're out in like the
Yeah.
ocean, you catch a big
Yeah,
fucking
like
tuna,
like a
and you're
marlin
like,
or
what
some
the
shit, or
fuck?
like deep sea fishing. Then for sure, I feel like that's sport. It's kind of like hunting, right?
Yeah, that would suck.
You can go fucking shoot some squirrels in your backyard, but like actually going out into the fucking mountains and like hunting like fucking elk, like that's a lot different. You mean? So I guess it also depends on levels. It's kind of hard to explain to some people, like, but for myself, I know it's like, well, I kind of know what a sport is, right? Just like off the bat.
So what? Is it like porn? I know it when I see it.
Yeah, well, like it's like if a woman's like topless, it's like, is this porn? It's like, no, it's a little artistic. So it's not.
So it's not. It's artistic.
It's artistic.
Well, what about esports, gaming? Like, do you think League of Legends is a sport?
No.
Not at all. I don't think any esport, unless we get to a level of Ready Player One and you're actually running and stuff. So no.
That's what they call it, esports, right? It's a designation.
Yeah.
It's E.
Yeah, but it's a sport.
Yeah, it's an e-sport.
Okay, then what else makes... So, can we call, like, chess, like, C-sport or something?
Sure, why not? Let's do that.
It's
not
still lumped in as a sport.
But it's
though.
not a sport.
Mm.
It's not traditional. No, that's not. I don't know. I feel like it's pretty clear cut, and this is always a conversation that you have with people, like trying to figure out. Because people always want to. I always feel like people that don't watch sports try to fucking like ride that line. Okay, oh yeah, well, what about cooking or fishing, huh? And it's like, well, let me explain to you. If it's deep sea fishing and you're catching a fucking 1,000-pound marlin or the fuck they're, I mean, honestly, weight. Then yeah, for sure. But if you're catching like a fucking minnow, then no. But yeah, I mean that's what I think. What do you think is a sport anyway?
Honestly, it's, like you said, it's hard to explain, but like, I wouldn't say golf is barely a sport. It's more so a sport. More than I'd say it's more than what you think, just because I do take the mental aspect into account. That's why I think chess is a sport too.
The mental aspect?
Yeah.
You're not physically exerting
But, like,
yourself. That's more like a hobby then.
That's why I don't understand like
then
what poker
anything-
is though. Like how is poker
then poker can be a sport, because that does take like fucking skill too, and like there's like a lot of thinking in poker. Like you have to see, it's like, okay, well this is what I have. Let me see like the odds of the fucking cards that my fucking opponent might have, or maybe the fucking dealer.
So, no, it's not a fucking sport.
When you play poker, you're just playing the odds.
No, but there is skill to it for sure. It's not just betting. It's not just like a fucking slot machine. Mm-hmm. Like you need to know how to play the game. You need to know when to.
You know how to count cards.
Well, I mean, you can, or like hold them. You need to know when to hold them and fold them. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I don't see how the fuck you don't think that poker's a sport, but you think that chess is a sport. If it's only like a mental thing. If that's the case, then I play sports like every day.
That's like, what I'm saying. It's like the mental aspect, I get it, but it's like fucking when I would do math, my fucking mental would be exerted all kinds of ways. And I know people do say like they're mathletes, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, but that's like a fucking thing.
Well, the term's really
that is not like cringe. A sport. Like, are you gonna tell me like, oh yeah, there's on the fucking math team and they're competing, and it's like, cool, but are they really like? Are you gonna say that's a sport? No. Like, just doing math is a sport? No. Are you fucking doing mental shit? Yeah, 100%. But I'm like, not a sport. So it's like, I get the mental part, but I feel like if you're not physically exerting yourself, I don't know if it can be a sport.
Yeah. So I don't know, because in poker and then like in like math competitions, right? You're not really playing each other. You're just playing yourself, right?
What? What do you mean?
Because like in poker, you're like, you got to know when you can fold them, or when you fold them, or you can like go all in, right? So you're like playing against yourself. Not playing with yourself. Playing against yourself.
That's not true, because if you're playing at a table with other people, then you need to show what, like, when, if you're like bluffing, or like if you're like hit and stuff like that. So there is a mental aspect of that. You mean? I feel like it's like a lot of like psychology.
You gotta stay cool.
Yeah, and like and then like just make sure that you're picking up on their tells, and like make sure there's like you don't have any habits being like, okay, well, it's like I always fold like too early, or like this, so like they know when I have a good hand is when I don't like put like a certain amount in or whatever it is. So it's like, it's not you're just playing on yourself. I get where you're coming from on that aspect, how it kind of seems like it's an individual thing, even though there's people around you. But if you're trying to win, if you're playing competitively and you're trying to win money, like, you still have to play with like the people around you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but when you're playing against other ones, yeah, you look at their tells and whatever they're doing, right, their habits, but you also think about like the cards they would have. Okay, how does that affect the card, like my decisions that I'm gonna make, that it's gonna affect my hand, my pot, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You're not actively going against them. It's like, how do I stay in as long as possible, and how do I capitalize on the money that I'm making?
Like, what do you mean you're not going against them? But I feel like you are, though. How are you not? If you're not...
Well, you can't go on the offensive, though. And you can't play defense. At the very least in chess, you can play aggressive. And then you're going back and forth.
You don't think like taking a risk, like saying like, okay, well, fuck, I have like 2 kings. There's another king on the table. It's like, I'm pretty aggressive. It's like, I am confident that I could win this hand. However, the other fucker can have like aces or whatever it is. You don't think that's being aggressive though?
That's kind of like pressure. If you're like, I'm gonna fucking raise this.
Yeah.
Like, now it's on you. What are you gonna do?
So I feel like that is being aggressive. And then like, yeah, you can totally be like passive and defensive and be like, no, I'm just gonna hold it right here. Like, I'm not gonna raise it anymore. You know what I mean? And then that totally plays a factor on your opponent. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, fuck, I don't know what they have if they're playing like this. So I do feel. I get where you're coming from. It's like, you're not really. It's not like you're playing like Go Fish with them, right? Like, you're not like directly like in contact with them, but you definitely are playing with them. I don't know. Like, it's kind of.
But I feel like it's like one of those, like, you play the game, and there's people around you playing the game. Yeah, your decisions affect their decisions, and what you do can affect the game around it. But it's like, you're just playing the game, and they're playing the game with you.
I can see where you're coming at from like that, but no, you're definitely playing with them. I don't know. Have you played poker on that?
Yeah, I played it in Dead Rising 2.
You played in a video game?
Yeah.
No, I mean play poker. Like you'll see, like you're definitely playing against them, and it's like I know what you mean. I know where you're coming from. Like it's like you're playing the game individually, and there's like a step removed, but you're definitely playing against them.
I mean, it's not a sport.
It's not a sport, yeah, but
I'm trying to get it anyway.
But yeah, that's my definition. I feel like you have to physically exert yourself to a certain extent, too. I mean, that doesn't have to be crazy, like a fucking. Like playing soccer or anything like that, but
you're running for 90 minutes straight.
Yeah, but it's definitely like some exertion. Like that's why I say that fucking golf is barely a sport.
I think golf is more of a sport than baseball. Hot take.
Why?
Because of like the fucking 18 minutes of action in a game in baseball.
What's funny is it can be 18 minutes of action in baseball, and you cannot see any of that if you play.
Yeah, like
if you're the right
pitcher,
fielder and for some reason that team just hits it all to the
left, it's like
you do nothing that entire game.
Yeah, it's like the pitcher, good job.
Catcher,
yeah, nice.
You're in
First base, you're doing good. You're actually
the infield, you do stuff. Third base, a little less, but
yeah, you're out in right field. You're just standing there like nothing's coming to me. That's why I liked in the spring training games when like they had them on ESPN and they would mic people up, and I'm like, why don't they just do this? Just mic someone up in the fucking outfield.
See how bored he gets?
Yeah, like it was like they were just talking to him or whatever. Like they're talking, the booth was talking to the player, and they were just like having a conversation, and then a ball was actually hit to him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get that," and then I don't know if he got it. He's like, "I'm not gonna get it," and then he like picks it up and he throws it. He's like
that's it, friend.
And I'm like, dude, that's awesome. But I'm like, but yeah, like you can have a conversation with the player. Isn't that crazy? Mm-hmm. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Golf is more of a sport than baseball, even though baseball takes a shit ton of skill. So does golf.
So does golf, but like physical exertion, you mean like you're actually running out in the fucking...
I mean, yeah, like there's a lot that you can do. If there was a lot of action in baseball, then yeah, definitely. Like, if you're in the outfield, tracking down the ball and shit, fucking stealing a home run, that just looks fucking hard. Try and steal one over the Green Monster, how about that?
Yeah, or the 50 feet tall.
Yeah, so like, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of...
Have a 60-foot vert.
Like, when you get action, there's good physical exertion in baseball, but 18 minutes of action in a 3-hour game?
Not even 3 hours, it's like 3.5, close to 4.
They should gamify it, kind of like Mario Baseball, where like if you hit the ball in a certain place, like it fucking maybe like a whole bunch of balls rain down.
Oh my god,
or some bullshit like that. I mean,
just split ball and it goes into 2.
Yeah.
It's like now the center fielder and right fielder are playing.
Only one works, so like you have to find like the one that's like supposed to be the actual ball. So like a bunch of balls drop, but then like
they're all made of cake.
A yellow one. Yeah, you just keep picking it up. God damn it, I found it. You gotta throw it in, but I guess the runners would have to have different.
We have like 7 different bases to go to in order to accommodate the time spent.
They have to go like zigzag.
So it'd be like 6 base or whatever, where it's like, I think first was this way, and then you're like second, and I think third here, fourth, and then it'd be like that.
Like for me, it's like
you have to run
when I played mat ball in middle school, where it's just 4 bases, but you have to go to each base twice.
Like around like in the. Like it's still counterclockwise.
But you can go to any direct, like any base at any time. Oh, but you have to touch each base at least once or twice. So if you go to like, let's say it's in the square gym, it's in the 4 corners. You can go to the top right corner, top left corner, and then back to top right, and you're done with that base. But then you have to go to the bottom right, and then you still have to touch top left.
Oh, I see.
Sounds pretty whack.
Not
a fucking sport.
Yeah. Shit. But yeah, I guess it was that. How are we doing on time?
Right now we're sitting at 50 minutes.
Alright. Is there like, I don't know, another topic we can like hit before?
Like right next, we have the Gold Cup. Or we can go into the Buffalo Bills trying to move to Austin.
Let's go through that, because I don't know if you haven't seen the Gold Cup.
I haven't seen it. I just saw that like the U.S. scored in the 117th minute, and I got really upset.
Yeah, it's pretty bullshit.
Here's what I have on the Gold Cup. Soccer sucks. It's dead.
It's not a sport.
Not a sport.
Not a sport. Next.
No, that's what it is.
That'd be frustrating though. Playing 117 minutes, no one's scoring, and then they get it. How demoralizing.
Well, that's what I told my dad, because I was like, they didn't want to play anymore, and like towards the end, they just resorted to tackling each other. So that's why the U.S. scored. I forgot who it was that he the U.S. they had it in the fucking third final, I think is what it's called, whatever, of the fucking field on Mexico side. Mm-hmm. I think it was a lob pass to the fucking closer side of the field, and then the player from Mexico, he just was like, oh, he beat me, and he basically just tackled him, and I was like, you just gave him the set piece, and I'm like, when he did that and they were setting up, I'm like, well, everyone's tired as fuck, no one wants to play anymore, there's a good chance that they're gonna score, and they did, and I was like, you just fucking, you gave it to him, because you didn't want to play anymore. After 117 minutes, you just said, fuck it, I'm gonna tackle him, you gave him the set piece, and then you gave him a goal, and I'm like, what is that? You're not even gonna try anymore? I'm like, this is, I mean, yeah, I guess you've been running for 117 minutes, but come on, man, like, and I don't even know if he was running for 117 minutes or not. I don't know if he played the whole game.
Yeah.
So it's like, you just did this because you didn't feel like putting in more effort.
You had like what? Let's say 5 minutes left.
Something
the extra
like
time
that.
ends at 1:20, and you have a stoppage time of like 2 to 3 minutes.
I was like, whatever.
And then what, you go to PKs?
I mean, PKs are fucking horrible too. I like them when it's not my team playing.
Because it's nerve-wracking when it's yours.
Yeah,
I hate it.
And then I'm like, man, this fucking PKs make no sense. They're just so fucking random. It's like the dumbest thing. That's why like a lot of people are like, what if like NFL, it was just a field goal competition? I was like, oh man, that's fucking
Well, so it's a little different though, because that's like the whole objective of soccer is like scoring goals.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL's equivalent is fucking like the college overtime. You mean, I feel like that's fine.
Well, like people are like, PKs are so dumb. It'd be like if the NFL had a field goal competition, but like, you know, in PKs how different players go, it'd be like different players. So it's not the kicker kicking every time. So it's like the kicker will make it on both teams. It'd be like, cool, that's the gimme. Now we'll have Tom Brady take this one from fucking 40 yards. Awesome. I'd be like, holy shit, this is so awful. Fucking dumb and random. And it's like, this is awful.
In like, it just go on forever because the only person probably make it would just be the kickers.
Like, exactly. That's why it's like, dude, there's specialists out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the game against Canada, the fucking announcers, so they had a penalty kick. And then number 3 for Mexico, Salcedo, I think, or Salcedo. Mm-hmm. They had him taking the PK, and I was like, why is he taking the PK? And then the announcer's like, what is going on? They have a specialist on the field and they have him kicking the PK. And then guess what? He got it blocked. And I'm like, yeah, what do you expect? He's not like the scorer. I was like, what happened? Whatever. I don't know. Maybe we should just do that. We'll have fucking bring back, they can sign Ocho Cinco so they can have him kick when the NFL decides overtime sucks. And it's not fair that Aaron Rodgers doesn't get the ball in overtime.
Well, I mean, for sure they need to fix that, like 100%.
We're going to just resort to a field goal competition where Aaron Rodgers does have a chance to score.
To kick the ball.
He can kick it if
he
wants.
Ball.
I don't know.
Well, Mexico lost. Very sad. Well, whatever. It is what it is. For 117 minutes, I guess you could give up.
No. No, you
much
can't.
like how
Simon
Buffalo
Biles
was giving up on the Bills.
Yeah.
I'm trying to segue into the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, very
Buffalo's
good segues.
giving up
we
on
have
the
best
Bills.
segues. Yeah, so this is pretty crazy. Like,
I didn't even know this was a thing until like today.
Oh really? No.
Yeah.
This was like.
So I got home from work and I was just going through like what I missed. I was like, damn, why is everyone talking about the Bills? Oh snap! I might move to Austin.
I hope not. Austin kind of sucks though, but like, cause Texas already has fucking 2 teams. You mean like fucking moving somewhere else? But like, yeah, that was really crazy. I was like, I don't even know where that came from too. Like, why Austin? Like from Buffalo to Austin?
Such a far move.
That's one that I don't know.
That makes no sense. They have no ties to Texas.
I feel like, the culture's not even the same.
That's what I'm saying. It's like in LA, people might go to a Rams game or a Chargers game, but I'm like, would people really even want to go to a fucking game in Austin? A Bills game? Because I don't think the culture there is football. So I'm like, I don't know about that one. Just bring them here to Albuquerque.
No, because that's... I think Austin, what they have their culture is more just like college, right? Just go to UT, Texas. That's all they do.
That place
even
sucks.
if they get the Buffalo Bills, they move to Austin. Just, they're not gonna go. They'd rather just go to Texas, right? Watch the Longhorns.
Or I mean, if I can go to Fort or no, what's the one? Not Dallas. Where do they play? Where do the Cowboys play? Arlington, that's right.
Yeah,
Arlington or no fucking...
It's funny because the Bills are good. They have Josh Allen. He's pretty good.
I don't think so.
They're a good team.
We'll see this year.
He's got a lot of arm talent.
True that.
But even it being a good team moving to Austin, I don't think the Austinites are gonna go watch the Bills. They just snub the culture there, right?
In Austin?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think people would. What are you saying? It's like too liberal or some shit? Liberals don't watch football?
I'm just saying.
You're like, what the
I'd probably just rather go watch the Longhorns.
I don't think if there's a professional team, people will go watch it. Like, especially Texas. I mean, like, Texas, or football's pretty big in Texas. I'm sure there'll be a market there, and like, anyways.
How does it shape up the divisions, though?
Yeah, they're no longer in the East.
Yeah.
Just stay the same.
They're pretty fucking West.
It's like the maps we had when Texas and Oklahoma go into the SEC, and it's all these weird ass.
Like the plane routes and shit
yeah.
like that?
I think the plane routes, it's like, how do they divide the SEC up into 4 groups?
Oh, yeah.
And it like makes no sense because they do like weird, like this team, this line here, but then this group is 1, but this line is 2, and then this one has 3 teams here, and then 1 team over here.
Yeah, that would make it pretty weird though.
Realignment.
I don't know. I don't even know. Like, does Austin want to? I mean, I guess if they can get it, this is a pro team. But it's like that thing too. I was like, well, fucking go to other cities, dude.
But you're close enough to go anywhere in the state to watch the Cowboys, the Texans.
Yeah, those fuckers have 2 teams already.
Stop
Come
spoiling
to
them.
Albuquerque, and I will go to a Bills game and boo them.
I'll go watch other teams. They come here, do you mean? That's
I still go to Isotopes.
Just to go to the Isotopes game. You wouldn't go to a football game if they had a professional team here?
I would.
No, I just said I would.
Yeah, we would. I was just making the joke that I said I wouldn't go to that team because I'd rather go to the Isotopes. Like, the culture here is baseball.
Is it?
I don't know.
Culture here is it'll take whatever it can.
Yeah, honestly, whatever we get.
Like,
dude, we became a soccer town when we got United.
100%.
So if we had an NFL team, everybody here would, I'm pretty sure, like, a lot of people here would just be a fan of that.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be like, oh yeah, that's my team. I'd be like, weren't you
Since
like
when?
a fucking Broncos fucking fan or what? Like, alright, cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, if a team did get, like, if, like, the Bills did move here, I think they'd have to change their name, though. But if they moved here and became, like, the fucking Mariachis or whatever the fuck.
That's racist.
Or the Muertos. I think that'd be cool.
That'd be kind of cool,
Yeah,
actually.
that would be pretty cool.
No way. Bunch of old white men on the broadcast. The Muertos.
The Muertos.
The Muertos. I'd be like, what the fuck is that?
But if it became a team like that, yeah. So I mean, like, I'd support them. Maybe, like, I'd get fucking like merch and shit if it's like from Albuquerque. That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's like a Bills merch, I want to get that because it still ties to Buffalo. It's kind of like Cleveland, like when they moved to Baltimore. Like I'd support that, like in that instance. But no, definitely, I feel like this city is hungry for that, and it shows too, right? Fucking, they're gonna build a stadium. They should have room for expansion, so it can be like a professional thing. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I hope that's in the plans because yeah, it'd be great to have a team here.
New Mexico deserves a professional sports team.
Something, even if it's fucking baseball.
I'm like, I don't know. Do they deserve it?
I guess
no, probably not.
Well, who deserves it then?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think anyone. Well, I mean,
Does Seattle deserve one?
Probably Seattle. Team? Someone that's fucking like right now. I don't think we're ready for it. We're pretty poor, and we're fucking have 78 homicides.
Yeah, 5 more months to break.
It's because we have no money, but that'll bring money, you know.
Fucking no,
you
man.
Think, right? I'd hope so.
It's like, I mean, maybe in 10 years, you know, like when we have all that Netflix money that's supposed to bring in like the billions of dollars and shit.
Netflix coming out here.
Netflix, NBC, Universal and shit. So it's like maybe once the, like shit like that starts expanding and growing, then maybe we can. But I feel like right now, no.
We can only dream.
We can only dream and hope. Maybe one day we'll get one.
For the Martels.
No, we gotta settle for is this the Isotopes and United.
United. Some garbage.
Both are pretty trash in terms of standings.
Yep.
Man, it's just not fun to watch.
I feel like. I'm telling you, like I like soccer. It's just when you can play for 90 minutes and the game ends in a 0-0 draw. Yeah. What's the point?
Like I've been playing FIFA and there was like a thing. I don't even fucking know what cup it was, but then it's like I made it to like the semifinals and I was like, forgot who it was. It was like Manchester United versus somebody else, and then my team. They got Chelsea versus I don't even fucking know who the fuck we played. And it was like the aggregate on my game was 2-2, and then the aggregate on that other one was 0-2 in Manchester's fucking favor. So it's like if that game, you know, ended 0-0, Manchester moves on because it was 0-2 aggregate in Manchester's favor. I'm like, that's stupid. I think that's dumb to me. I mean, I guess it's not my scene. I haven't fucking been dealing with it, but it's like, how can a game end in 0-0, but Manchester United moves on to the final if that was the case because on aggregate they were up 2. I'm like, I don't know.
Which makes it harder to watch because you know that the other team has to win by.
They would have to win 3-0.
Yeah.
To fucking advance.
It's like quick math, I can do it.
And I'm like, this is fucking...
Which is already unlikely since most of the soccer game ends in like a 0-0.
Yeah, so I'm like, this is...
Like the fact that someone can score 4 goals is like, that's amazing. Like that was crazy. If you score 4.
Yeah. I'm like, this is kind of dumb.
4.
I don't know. There's just too much shit. That's like one of the things that I can't get into soccer for.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why I like the World Cup, because it's like, it's just all the national teams. But like, there's too many fucking leagues. It's like boxing. There's too many fucking championships. I don't know who's a real champion, who's some fucking boo-foo-foo champion. I don't give a fuck about. And I'm like, what's like the top league? Like I looked it up the other day, and a lot of people say it's the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay. So should I try and do some shit from the Premier League?
Or the Euro League, or
yeah, and I'm like, there's a lot of shit.
CONCACAF, or
there's like the CONCACAF, but that's like national teams, right? But then it's like, I don't know what the Mexico one is. I don't know if it's La Liga. That's the fucking league there. And I'm like, and then some on like on the list were like, that's like the 5th best fucking league for soccer. And I'm like, I mean, there's just too many. Like, why would I care? It'd be like fucking caring about the United.
Or caring about the AA affiliate of the Rockies.
Like, yeah, like, I don't know.
Cool, I guess. I don't think they have a championship in AA. Do they?
I'm like, I mean, I don't fucking know. I think you just played a fucking season just to play it.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Like, when I played MLB The Show, AA never ended in a championship. AAA did. So I'm like, what's the point of... Like, why would you want to... Unless you're heavily invested in baseball, to where you follow the Rockies or whatever team you prefer, and then you're like, okay, now I'm going to look into the farm system and see what they have. But that's a lot of work, and you have to be a really dedicated fan to do that.
That's why I'm like, who really does that, though?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm just being an asshole, but like, I just want to fucking watch the best, and if this isn't the best, why do I want to watch it?
Yeah, I can see that. Kind of like college football.
I'll watch some college football, but I'm like, I'm not gonna watch fucking Duke, North Carolina
that's
football.
what I'm saying. Yeah, 100%.
The fuck is that?
Yeah, I skip on those. I mainly just watch like the championship, right? The bowl
playoffs
games.
and like, well, if it's like a big game, if it's like Auburn.
Well, I mean, like I watched Clemson and Notre Dame in the regular season last year when Trevor Lawrence was out.
I mean, honestly, I just watched for players if it's gonna be like a shitty school, like Clemson's gonna play fucking like North Carolina or some bullshit. I was like, okay, well let me see him throw the ball or whatever maybe.
Let me see him go like 14-17 for like 400 yards.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Shit, anything else on this? What time is it? You can go on your rant next week.
I can go on my rant next week. Dang. Isotopes, I swear.
Spend a lot of time on the free agents.
But the free agent took like 30 minutes. And the rest of this took 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So we're at an hour and 5.
Oh, predictions. Who's going to win Thursday?
Steelers.
Cowboys. Oh, Hall of Fame game. Forgot. I'm going to say Cowboys.
Cowboys.
I don't trust Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph is going to
probably get hit in the head
quarter, and then
he's
some of the second.
N-word, and
then Dewey Haskins is going to play the middle part of the game. And you're going to tell me that the Cowboys have better quarterbacks that are going to play in that game than Mason Rudolph and Dewey Haskins?
Yes.
No.
It doesn't matter. They're better.
Okay, you tell me that I don't know, man. Mason Rudolph ain't good. Gonna get a hit in the head. That's it.
Is Zeke Elliott playing in this?
Yes. Maybe. Can't confirm that. I haven't looked into it.
No. Is Najee Harris playing?
No.
Yes. He's starting.
Yeah, I still don't trust the Steelers, though. Their O-line's still suspect. I don't trust that line.
So is the Cowboys.
True that. But they have better receivers. They have 3 number 1s on their team.
No, they don't.
Wait, Gallup is number 1? I was like, wait, who?
No. He's a stretch, too.
I'm like,
see it, man.
I feel like they barely have better receivers.
I don't trust Amari Cooper. At all.
No, he's like in and out. He's very wishy-washy.
He's
like
good,
he's really good, or he's like no effort.
Or he's dog shit. And we thought that changed when he went to the Cowboys. Like, nope,
still the same. He took himself out of the that fourth quarter play that made him lose the game. Never thought he was worth. Was it 2 ones? Was it? How much to trade for him?
I don't remember. It was a lot though.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, he's not worth that much, especially if DeAndre Hopkins and Julio Jones both go for like a second.
Yeah, that was really cheap. Cowboys just suck. Alrighty.
Alright, well I guess we can start our football talk here soon. Hall of Fame game. Season starts soon. Start fantasy football. Have a fantasy football segment maybe.
Yeah, how do you want to do it? I mean, we can brainstorm on how we.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. This is only episode 3.
Yeah.
We actually it's the first one to name. All right, come back next week.
We might have a camera.
We might have a camera.
What?
Maybe it's in the works.
It'll be a different setup for sure.
Yeah, we're moving, so a new studio.
New studio.
We
upgrade after 4 episodes.
His next bedroom is new studio.
Yeah, no chance. It might even be in the living room.
Oh, it might even be in the open living room.
There's 2 living rooms.
Dude, 4 episodes in.
Yeah,
we're on our way.
Getting there.
Yeah.
How many fans we have? 500 now?
500. Get a gold plate line right now.
Yeah.
A diamond soon. All right. We'll come back next week. See you all later.